Our adults and youths work together with power tools, hand tools, power washers, paintbrushes and stain, and a lot of sweat, sweat, sweat to accomplish our projects. Most of all, we use teamwork and patience. On the first day, the first project was Miss Teresa. She recently lost her husband and had her left leg amputated. She lives with her daughter, her dog Bailey, and her cat. We removed and replaced railings, posts, and steps on her back deck. We power washed the deck floor and stained the floor decking with a clear stain protector. In the front of her house, we power washed the ramp and railings, also replaced a splintered section of the railing with a new piece of wood. Stacy and Pam went out and bought 3 flower boxes for flowers to beautify her deck when she sits out in the evening. The second house we went to was Miss Hazel. Miss Hazel lost her husband last year, and she lives alone, walks with a cane. We removed the rotted section of her shed, roughly about 2 foot by 12 foot, and replaced it with a new weatherproof wallboard. Next, we installed 2 handrails off her front porch so that she can safely get in and out of her house. We did some yard work. We swept and blew pine needles from her driveway. We also raked and removed weeds and debris from her flower bed. Next, we had a basement door that was 6 foot. It was a 6-foot double door in her basement entrance. We removed the door and framed it out into space to accommodate a 3-foot door that will be installed later because there was some issues with the ordering of the door. Miss Hazel had lunch with us, which we really enjoyed, showing off her classic Monte Carlo to the kids, especially Danny. On Friday, everybody, well, except for Pam and I, we weren't there, went to the Leisure family. They were able to replace 2 out of the 3 windows needed. Because of the poor air quality from Canada's fires, working was halted in the afternoon, so projects will be needed to complete at a later date. It was a pleasure seeing God's work through our youth. They were an outstanding group. We only had one misfortune. Caleb decided to step on a nail, so we had to send him get a tetanus shot and some antibiotics. Who would have ever thought it would be Caleb? We went to Capon State Park swimming in the lake. We had fabulous meals in local churches, and they were fabulous. We enjoyed Vespers in the evening when all the groups came together to praise God. And then a couple personal notes. Since I'm up here, I get to say a couple things. One, can somebody help Caleb pack next year and make sure he has enough socks and stuff? I want to thank everybody for being my right hand, especially Chase. We did have a little fooling around. I caught somebody dancing and climbing trees. That guy over there. To all the parents of all the kids, you did a great job. These kids are fantastic, and I couldn't have had a better week. And I'd really like to thank Stacy and Dave, because this couldn't have been done without them. Thank you.
We're going to give, if any of the kids want to share, as we do, normally we do Vespers on the last day, or we do a big thing on the last day. We do Vespers, but it's a special one. Is this working? Is this working, sort of, kind of, sort of? Okay. And they get to share their God sightings for the week, and we have communion and all these things. That got cut short because of the fires. Normally that's outside, and it just wasn't happening. Some of their things this week as well now. You want to go first, Richard? No? Stacy?
I don't have one myself, but for David, his God sighting was actually Raven. On Friday, they were at Leisure's, and Raven worked with Stephen, who is a disabled child that lives with Linda Leisure. It's her son. And the two of them were hammering nails, and I don't know what all they were doing because I wasn't there. I'm the get up at 3 a.m. and make breakfast person. So I can't tell you exactly what they were doing, but she was his God sighting for this week.
Did you want to share? You don't have to.
David and I are very new to the church. We've been here about 4 months. So we're just really getting to know people and getting involved in the church, and we had such a great week. And I have to say my faith has totally been restored in youth, because it's been a long time since I've been a Girl Scout leader and a Boy Scout leader. But working with these kids was truly a blessing. They are really, really fine children, and they're going to grow out to be amazing adults. So that was my God sighting, just spending so much time with these kids and really getting to know them, and it was really, really a blessing.
So I have a God sighting, and it was actually one of the homeowners that we went to. It was Miss Hazel, and my God sighting is that one of our homeowners, Miss Hazel, was willing and able to come out and have lunch with us. It's just a small thing, but you said that she hasn't actually been out to her backyard in a really long time, but she really wanted to spend that time with us, just connecting and having lunch with us, and I'm really honored that she wanted to share that experience with us.
So when we went down to the creek that was at the campsite, we found what looked like a box turtle stuck in sand, so we had to move it to save it. So that was pretty cool.
Also, when we went down to the creek, I found another turtle in the stream that I don't know what it looked like because we couldn't find anything that looked like it. But it was cool, and it just swam around the stream a lot until it just like ran downstream like really, really fast. So.
Anybody else? You guys good? And I'll just say, if you had told me 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, I guess, when we did our first kind of return to Camp Joy, that we would, in 2 years, double the number of people who are coming, and that we'd have so many more adult volunteers and so many new kids and things like that, I would have been shocked, because we were like struggling just to get enough people to make it worth going out there. And so I'm so grateful for the parents who have supported them, and for all of your support, you know, financially and otherwise, because it's been an amazing experience. And so thank you all very much for all of that. All right, guys, you're off the hook now. Go. Thanks.